Welcome to LiveTouch Demo. I'm your host, Franz Jean-Louis. Now we're going to take a look at what we have here. We have the actual server and client. Very simple and easy to set up and put together. As you can see, this is an LED, LCD, doesn't matter what it could be. This is a simple overlay kind of technology that we're using here for the touchscreen. And as you know, touchscreen has been around, but we're going to use multi-touch, where you can have the power of using either one finger or two. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is what we call our basic module, where here you have video and images, and you can manipulate and move them to your liking. For example, if I were to talk about Hurricane Earl, I would simply grab the image, move it around, my left hand or my right, two fingers, and here we are, using the multi-touch screen capabilities. And again, I have that opportunity to either talk about Hurricane Earl here, and as a reporter or as an anchor or as a weathercaster, you can easily describe the events on screen. So for example, I'll talk about Hurricane Earl. The winds are going 130 miles per hour and it's coming all the way up the east coast here, and you don't want to go outside. And so now you can see that I'm giving you that kind of impression that I know what I'm talking about. Again, very easy to use. Same thing with video. You can easily grab it anywhere you want. You can make it large, make it small, very easy to control. You can even set commands if you want to make it go large in one point and play it with a double tap. Very easy, simple to use. Again, the video has a different feature where you can easily pause it, you can have it go in slow motion, you can have it go frame by frame. But again, very easy to use and nice as well. You also have the capability of either using the paintbrush tool to highlight anything you want in a video, should you wish to do that. Very easy again to use. Another great module that we have here is the additional module for analyzing sports games. Maybe you have a sports cast. So for example, we'll take a look at Real Madrid Barcelona. Here we have that same overlay system on this TV screen, and still we're going to use those same functions. Pressing play, again, very easy. Pressing pause, slow motion, frame by frame. You can always do that with these videos. But what makes this really exciting is the usage of cue points, where you have the in and the outs of any video you desire to use. Again, let's take a look at perhaps an offside situation here. I'm going to go ahead and press play, and as the sportscaster, I can easily analyze this situation again with that tool brush. Let's choose red, and let's take a look and see if this guy's offsides. Doesn't look offsides. Looks like this is going to be a possibility. Let's see how that comes out. Press play, and great finish by Ibrahimovic. Let's take a look at that at a different angle. Again, the usage of my cue points in and out makes this a real possibility. Here's another module I'd like to show you guys, and this was specifically designed for those that would be covering midterm elections or any kind of elections. What we have here is basically the same system where you can apply your graphics. You can have these kind of tabs on top. You can have 3, 4, 5, but for this purpose, this particular client wanted to have it set up this way. This is actually what was used that day for midterm elections in 2010. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first tab where it shows the U.S. Senate race. All these states have actual data that has been tied into it. So remember, this is the server, and this is the client, where it's very easy to manipulate and control from the client side and update here. So if you're using AP, Reuters, any kind of system that would be giving you these data details, for example, this was using XML files, and we easily can have them update and pop up here on any of these screens. You've got Marco Rubio, Charlie Crist. So these were happening in real time. You can set them to 1 second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, whichever you'd like. Again, each tab has its own function, its own capabilities. Here we have the graphic, whether you're using VizRT, Chiron, you name it. It's all adaptable and easy to implement on any of these platforms. Let's take a look at the governor race. Same thing, you've got the map here with all the numbers being updated every minute or so. Click on a state, again, comes out. All the numbers are actual numbers from that day. So it kind of shows you how easy and powerful the system can be. In this basic module, we have what we like to call the newspaper analyze module. right? And here we're using, again, the simple touch on the screen. And in this particular module, we're using Newspaper Direct, Agence Presse. These are the ones that provide you with all the digital media. For example, Newspaper Direct has over 2,000 digital media newspapers from around the world. So it gives you the access of all the leading newspapers. Here's one, for example, USA Today. I simply double click on it, I make it large, I make it small. Again, very easy for me to use. If I want to pinpoint one specific area on the screen, for example, I want to look at this section of the field, I just simply double tap and it comes up. Any other location, double tap and it comes up. Again, the simple usage of going in and out. So if we're looking again at the analysis of any kind of newspaper, I can move on to another one. For example, I want to analyze Le Monde in France. Okay, I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to go ahead and use that tool brush again and highlight what I want to talk about. For example, Europe, Les Bonnes Nouvelles, what are they talking about in Berlin? Easy for me to talk about, and it's a great service to have. If you think you would be able to use this, Agence Presse and Newspaper Direct would be a great addition to your newscast.